And now for the main event, for the World Heavyweight Championship inside the Elimination Chamber. And we're going to start it off with Katchum and Randy Orton, the latter of whom was originally supposed to have his one-on-one match, but Jacob and Joseph had other plans, and but now he has his chance to win it, but it's going to be very difficult because not only is he starting with Ash, he has to face the rest of the competitors, including the Undertaker, who was just added to this match. I mean, his brother Kane earlier, not too long ago, won this Elimination Chamber match, and Ash is just kicking Orton for some odd reason. What the hell? Oh, and a back elbow, that'll stop him. Oh, and a unique backbreaker right to Katchum by Randy Orton. And we're going to have our next competitor pretty soon, and a shot to the head by Randy Orton. And who's up next? It's Edge! And I'm pretty sure he's going to go right after Orton, if I'm not mistaken here. Okay, now all three guys are in the ring. DDT to Ash. And it looks like... Okay. Uh-oh, wait a minute. An electric chair right to Randy Orton by Edge, followed by a clothesline. Edge is looking pretty good in this match. And an elbow right to the arm of Ash. Whip into the corner goes Edge. And a clothesline to Ash. Who's up now? It's the World Heavyweight Champion, Tyson Kidd. This is his opportunity to prove that he's not a fluke. And Ash is going to go right after him. And he whips Kidd right to the corner there. And now Ash, what's he going to set him up for? Well, he kind of left him up there for some reason. And Ash gets whipped over the top rope and onto the steel floor. And now Ash and Orton are on the outside. And now Tyson Kidd's going to go right after him. So now we've been paired off. And now Tyson Kidd gets sent right into, right outside. And who's up now? It's the Undertaker. That means the Prophet will go last in this match. And he gets slingshot right inside this ring. And now all 5 men are in the ring. Okay. And a big kick right to Ash. And now the Undertaker is going to go right after Ash. And now the Undertaker whips Tyson Kidd, but he doesn't do anything with him. And now Tyson Kidd's going right after the Undertaker, and Ash follows that up with a clothesline. Oh, and a leg drop that knocks out, I'm sorry, but this action has just gotten fast and furious, and finally, the Prophet has finally entered. So now we have all 6 men in this match, and wait a minute, double flapjack to the Prophet, and a DDT to Randy Orton. And now the Prophet's taking Randy Orton's head and banging it right onto the canvas there. And Edge rams the Undertaker into that post. The left shoulder of the Undertaker. And a power slam by Randy Orton to the Prophet. 1, No, the Prophet's just too fresh at this point to go for a cover here. And now, and an Ebb and Flow DDT to the Prophet. And now the Prophet's going right after Ash. I mean, these two guys are former, you know, team partners with the former KKK supremacy, and now the action is spilling right to the outside. And now Ash was the only one left outside, but he's back in there again. And a knife edge chop to Edge, rather. And now Edge, suplex, and a pinfall cover. 1, 2, no, Ash is still in this match. And a snapmare to the Prophet. And a big clothesline by Randy Orton to Tyson Kidd. And now he whips the Undertaker to that corner. And a big kick by the Undertaker to the back of the head of Randy Orton. And a big clothesline by Randy Orton to the Prophet. And a clothesline to Ash, and a clothesline by Ash to Edge. And an Irish whip over the top rope goes the Undertaker to that steel floor. And a neckbreaker by Edge. And a DDT to Edge by the Undertaker. And a fist drop to the Prophet, who is now busted wide open thanks to that fist. Wait, 1, 2, 3, and Randy Orton has been eliminated by the World Heavyweight Champion, Tyson Kidd. And Tyson Kidd gets sent over the top rope and onto the steel. And now Edge is going to go right after him. And now all 5 of the remaining men are still in this match. A German suplex to Edge. I mean, the Prophet is now bleeding. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3. Ash Katchum has been eliminated. Oh, and a big kick right to Tyson Kidd. And a back body drop to Tyson Kidd. And a whip in the corner goes the Undertaker. And a shoulder tackle to the Undertaker by Edge. And Edge rams the Undertaker into the post once again. And Undertaker responds with a DDT to Edge. And now, wait a minute. A fisherman suplex to the Prophet, but the Prophet kicked out of it. And a European uppercut to the Prophet. Meanwhile, Edge and Undertaker are on the outside of of this ring. And now 3 of the men are outside. Ooh, and a nice body splash to the Undertaker. And, okay, are you guys going to stay in or not? Okay, there we go. And now, what's Tyson Kidd going to set the Prophet up for? Well, the Prophet's still up there. I don't know why. And a double gutbuster to Edge. And a Russian leg sweep to Kidd by Edge. And a Cobra clutch to the Undertaker by the Prophet. I'll tell you one thing, the Prophet is bleeding, but he's still going in there. I mean, I gotta give some props to him. I mean, he's still fighting in there. And now, wait a minute. Double DDT to the Undertaker. And a double gutbuster to Edge once again. And a shot right to the back of the Prophet. And a drop kick to Edge. And the Prophet gets sent into the corner. And a back body drop to the Undertaker. Uh-oh. Undertaker's pissed now. And a DDT to the Undertaker by the Prophet. And now the Prophet. Oh, no, 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 no. 2 consecutive knees to the nuts of Tyson Kidd. And now, wait a minute. The Prophet, is he going to go for the Walls of Jericho? The Walls of Jericho right to Tyson Kidd. Is he going to quit? No. Wait a minute. Undertaker, 1, 2. No, the Undertaker stayed in. I don't know how, but then again, he is the Undertaker, so why should I be surprised? Oh, and a big kick right to the Prophet. And Edge gets sent right into the steel on the outside.
Undertaker, the man from the dark side, never ceases to amaze.
And now all 4 men are back inside. And a shot to the back. And a side headlock takedown by the Undertaker. And a whip into the corner goes the Undertaker. But a big kick right to Tyson Kidd and a DDT to the Prophet, all by the Undertaker. Wait a minute, small package. 1, 2. No, wait. 1, 2. No, 1, 2. 1, 2. 1. Seriously, a series of pinfall covers, but no winner. And the Undertaker gets sent to the outside once again. And now Edge is going to go right after him. And a kick in the back of the Prophet. And all men are in the ring again. And a big kick to the Prophet once again. I mean, the Prophet is suffering in there. I mean, he's lost so much blood, and yet he's still fighting in there. I mean, this is guts personified. Maybe it's ego, I don't know. But, uh-oh, the end could be near. Chokeslam to the Prophet. And a big boot to Edge. And now Edge is going to go right after the Undertaker. And, uh-oh, wait a minute. Pinfall to the Prophet. 1, 2, 3, and out goes the Prophet. Meanwhile, Edge gets a tombstone piledriver. 1, 2, 3, and now it's down to Tyson Kidd and the Undertaker. The Undertaker was an alternate for Bob Barker, who unfortunately was unable to make it to the show. So now the Undertaker has a big opportunity to win this championship. And a rib breaker to Tyson Kidd. But Tyson Kidd's not giving up that easily. And now a double underhook lock to Tyson Kidd. And down goes Tyson Kidd. Now he's going to pick him up. And a back suplex to Kidd. Oh, and a big low blow to Undertaker. Excuse me, I had to wipe the lens because it was... And he missed that drop kick there. Oh, no, wait a minute. Undertaker's going for a cover. 1, 2, no. Folks, I'm going to have to cut this off for part 1. Stay tuned for part 2 of this Elimination Chamber match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Stay tuned for part 2.